What's up, ladies and gentlemen? Back at you, it's your boy Damien Dupee, your #1 off-market land specialist, hyper-focused on the infill lots. Today I'm coming to you, first and foremost, I just want to say thank you. If you're new here, I want to welcome you. Thank you for coming and checking me out. I appreciate you. My goal is to add value to you massively. So go ahead and smash that subscribe button, smash the like button. Find anything valuable in this content, go ahead and drop me a comment and I'll get back to you as soon as I can. All right, so today I'm going to be talking about the do's and don'ts of a land business, okay? All right, and I think this is very, very needed because I see a lot of people, they just don't know no better. And unfortunately, they say if you don't know better, if you do better, you'll do better. And that's so true. That's so true. So if you're new to the land business and you want to structure a business where you won't be in Ouchville, meaning you're not spending your wheels wasting a lot of time, you want to check out this free course in the description. It's called Off-Market Land Deals. In my own opinion, it teaches you how to make $1 out of 15 cents, how to hunt delinquent tax properties. One of my greatest strategies. I still do it to the day. Some of my biggest deals came from hunting delinquent taxes, okay? So if you are new, you need a foundation. You need to stand on the rock of ages. You got to stand on the rock. You can't be like sifting sand all over the place, all right? So before I get into this video, I want to make a couple announcements. First announcement is every month I host a local meetup here in Charlotte, North Carolina, at Venture X Building, 1213 West Moorhead Street, Charlotte, North Carolina. Would love to see your face. Pull up, pull up, pull up. All right. Number two, if you open the JV and you need a little hand holding, I'm here for you. I only hunt in North Carolina, and I do a little bit of South Carolina. So that link is in the description. And last but not least, if you want to get connected to me, check out my Facebook group. We are land specialists. Got to check me out. A lot of people, crazy culture in there. A lot of go-givers in there. A lot of people blessing people's socks off, which I love. I love it that people are helping people, giving people connections, resources. I love that. I love to see that where I don't have to answer every post. We have people in there just taking initiative to bless people. Wow, what a wonderful thing. All right. So today I'm going to be talking about the do's and don'ts in your land business, okay? And this is very, very important, especially if you're new. You need to know what to do and what not to do. First thing you want to focus on doing in your land business is setting up a CRM, okay? If you don't have any money, I believe Podio still got something cracking off with a free CRM. If not, you need something to track your leads. Very, very important. In my course, I show you how to set that up for free $99. Don't cost you nothing. Two, you want to create some type of marketing vehicle. All right. So you got a couple options here. What you need to do every day is make offers. If you want to be successful, I'll talk about the marketing vehicles in a second, but you need to make offers. Hear me out. If you ain't making no offers, you ain't going to make no bread. Straight up. No team. No do-re-mi, no Skrilla, Farilla. All right. So some marketing channels you can get in for the low is SMS, REI Reply, $49 a month. You can get hooked up with them. SMS Game, I'm finding deals from SMS Game. I love it, to be honest with you. I mean, it's beautiful. If you don't got no chain, you can do the hunting. Hunting is basically you're going to target delinquent tax properties. And there's a ton of delinquent tax properties all in North Carolina. In every city and state that I have on my JV list, I went on PropStream and it's a couple hundred. So there's so many opportunities where you do not need money. And the whole goal is to look these people up and to make offers. All right. So two, you should be making offers every day. You got to make offers every day. If you're not making offers, then you're in the way. You just said straight up, you're in the way. Three, you need to find a mentor or a coach, or you need to find someone, a builder that you can get insight from pretty quick. Very, very easy. As with anything, just think you got something, you don't really have nothing because you overlooked something. Maybe the property, it's in a flood zone. I mean, it's so many things you can overlook as being brand new, and you don't want to spend your time just putting properties under contract, getting a piece of paper signed, and you can't sell them. All right, don't let that be you, okay? Number 4, what you want to do every day is you want to block out time for your business. Consistency is the key. You have to be consistent. In order to get massive change in your life, you have to do things over and over and over. That's the only way you're going to master something. That's the only way you're going to grow. That's the only way you're going to be able to be an expert in anything is repetition. You gotta pump the reps out. You gotta pump it out. Reps. Number 5, you have to set goals. Okay. All right. So what that looks like is different for everybody. Some people dream big. Some people dream small. It doesn't matter. What you need to tell yourself is, I'm not gonna quit till I find my first deal. Okay, that could be a goal for you. Okay, not so much how much it is, because your first deal could be $80,000 or $8. I mean, it's just maybe not $8, maybe $800. Okay, I haven't done a deal for $8. But yeah, you need to set a goal. You need to say, by blah. Within the next 90 days, I'm gonna do my first deal, and I'm gonna do whatever it takes. Okay, you gotta have some goals. You gotta write it down too, and you gotta look at it a lot of times. You gotta have it everywhere. You gotta have it on your phone, as your screen, your backdrop. You gotta have it on the wall when you go in the bathroom. You gotta have it everywhere, because you need to see, okay, I need to do this. I'm on a mission. You gotta be mission focused. All right, I forgot what number I'm on, but the next one, you need to retrain your mind how you think. Okay, very important. A lot of people defeat themselves before they even get started because the thinking. Okay, so what you need to do is listen to some type of motivation training, Les Brown, a Jim Rohn, something that's gonna take your mind to the next level. That's gonna have you thinking and growing rich. Okay, you gotta renew your mind. Okay, I still gotta renew my mind daily. Okay. So it's not like a me, you, us thing. It's everybody. You got to renew your mind. Very, very important. Key. And last but not least, I would say the most important thing you want to do is invest in yourself. And you do that by taking time to set out, what do you want your life to look like? Okay. If you want to work hard all your life and you don't want to enjoy the fruits of your labor, then hey, that's what you want. But you need to really sit back and take a minute and say, this is what I want my life to look like. I want to be in a position where I don't have to worry about paying my bills. I have no credit card debt. I have no student loans, no car payments. And I'm in a position where I can travel whenever I want to, because my business, I can do it from the comfort of my laptop. Okay, straight up. That's a goal you can set. That's your vision. You can envision for yourself. Very, very important. All right, so these are the do's. In my opinion, it's just a framework just to get you started. I don't want you to be stuck like Chuck. Okay, very, very important that you really, take heed to what I'm saying, because, and I mean, I have, by the grace of God, have been successful in this space and am enjoying the fruits of my labor. Okay, I really am. I'm so grateful that when I want to go fishing, by the grace of God, I can go fishing. I'm not a really big shopper, not really big partier, but when I want to go to a nice restaurant, by the grace of God, I can go to a nice restaurant. When I want to go get a pedicure and a manicure, by the grace of God, I can get a pedicure and a manicure. If I want to go get a facial or massage, by the grace of God, I can go get that. So again, you just want to put things in perspective. Very, very important. What you don't want to do, hit me out, holla at your boy. What you don't want to do is spend your time analyzing deals, okay? A lot of people spend too much time analyzing deals. It's called analysis paralysis. If you're having trouble making offers, one, make sure you can sell the property for more than assessed value and offer a percentage of the assessed value. Done, okay? All right, for example, if a property is assessed for $10,000 and the sold comp or the comparable is $15,000, offer 80% of the assessed value. And you all done. That's it. All done. Easy. Take the analysis paralysis out. Don't do that. Please don't do that. 2, do not be organized. Very, very important. You have to have some type of system where you can track, follow up with people, and just basically, keep some type of log of, what you're doing in your business. Like how many leads you're adding to your CRM, how many follow-ups you got, how many people you're talking to, when to follow up. Very, very important. You want to be organized. You want to take the time to organize your business. Please do not write stuff on a piece of paper and have 500 pieces of paper of stuff and you can't remember and you don't know what's going on. Don't do that. Don't be that guy. Don't be that girl. Don't do it. Please don't. Please don't do it. All right. So the next thing you don't want to do in your business is daisy chain. What is that? A lot of people do that, and I do frown upon people who do this because they're lazy. Okay? They're lazy. And basically what daisy chaining means is someone finds an opportunity and they're trying to sell someone else opportunity for more money. Don't do that. If you want to JV with someone, that's a different thing. But daisy chaining is like you're taking somebody else's property and that they have under contract and you're trying to sell it even without their approval. I know plenty of people who do it, and I've warned people, hey man, you shouldn't do that. Grown men, grown women, hey, you shouldn't do that. Like, you got this deal in the contract? Nah, I'm partnering with so-and-so. You go back to so-and-so, they selling a deal for $25,000, this person's selling it for $60,000. Don't be that person. Don't be a daisy chainer. Don't. Another thing you don't want to do, don't overprice your properties. If you get a deal for $10,000 and they sell it for $15,000, don't try to sell it for $30,000. Just don't. Sell it for what the comp sell it for and keep it moving. Make you some change and keep it moving, people. Don't try to crack the whip. You know what I'm saying? Just be grateful. If you can make $3,000, $4,000, $5,000, don't overprice your property. And because what that does, that put a bad taste in people's mouth. People like, oh, now he or she always putting out junk. You don't want to be known. You don't want that reputation to follow you that you're only putting out junk. You're only putting out overpriced properties. You don't want that reputation for yourself. Very, very important. Take heed. Listen to me. Another thing you don't want to do is put up an earnest money deposit or due diligence. Don't do it. 99% of my deals, I do not have an earnest money or due diligence, and you don't have to do it. So don't do it, okay? Because if you put up a due diligence, which is a non-refundable deposit, and for some reason that lot does not work out, you actually lost money. Number one rule, don't lose money. Number one rule, don't lose money. All right? So don't lose money. Don't put up your chain. Make that the responsibility of the buyer. So if you do have to honor $1,000 due diligence, pass that on to your buyer. If you do have to honor a $500 earnest money deposit, pass that on to your buyer. Don't put up your money. Another thing don't do. Don't take down properties with your money and hoping you can sell it for more money. I'll give you an example. I think I already did a video on this, but I was lazy. I bought some properties, $30,000, 2 properties, 2 lots right by each other, and I didn't go see them. I was lazy. I bought them, and one of the lots I'm still trying to sell. So, again, get your bag up first, then start taking properties down. But one caveat I would say, make sure you go see these properties. Make sure you put eyes on them. Make sure you know what you're purchasing. Don't buy property. Stick to assignment if you're just getting started. If you've been in the game a little while and you're a vet in the land game, then by all means do your thing, chicken wing. But if you ain't been in the game a while, don't take nothing down. Listen, even I've been in the game a while and I took down some garbage. Why? I make no excuses. I take full responsibility for it. But I was out of town. I was dealing with, something in my family, and I was just moving too fast, and I copped the dud. That's what happened. One of them I got off, but the other one's still silent night. Silent. The joint echoing. Hello. Joint echoing. Ain't nothing. 15 bandos. Gone! Your money gonna go fast. You hear me? Don't do it. Don't do it. Last but not least, one thing you shouldn't do is lie. Okay? Don't lie to try to get money. Meaning, don't say, yeah, I'm building 10 houses over here. Don't say, just say my partner. Just go ahead and leverage your partner, which is your builder. Say my partner builds 10 to 12. Don't lie, because people might try to come for you. And you don't want them coming for you. They're going to be like, oh, okay, can you meet me at one of your properties? You like, I didn't think they were going to say that. But like, yeah, don't cap. No capping. All right. That's my do's and don'ts in the land business. Hopefully you got some value out of that. I appreciate y'all so much. I value you. Bless you. Oh, my soul. And all that's within me. I'm thankful for this opportunity, this audience, everyone who believes in me, everyone who's basically allowing me to teach you the game, to the best of my knowledge. I'm not perfect. I don't got it all, but I try to give you the truth, the whole truth, so help me God. Okay? One thing I hate, and I will say this, I hate when people give people what we call unrealistic expectations. And that's why I try to give you guys, like, shoot straight. Try to give you, what's working for me, what ain't working for me, all right? So thank you so much. Appreciate you. Holla at you the next one. I'm gone like the wind.